I thought there might have been a pool. Oh gosh, no. Oh my gosh, that was an iguana. You see it? Can you see him under there? I'll be quiet, I'll move away. Some people sitting right there, I didn't know. In today's English lesson, you are going to follow around an American English teacher as he shows you the condo he has been staying in for the past week here in Mexico. And I don't know exactly how to pronounce this in Spanish, but it could be brisas? I don't know. But we have the Canadian flag here, the Mexican flag, and the American flag. Before we get into the condo that I've been staying in, I also want to let you know that a little later in the lesson, we are going to meet a man named Daniel. He lives here in Mexico now. He has spent some time in the United States, but he did not know English as a baby. So I'm hoping once you hear his story, it will inspire you, just in case you are having trouble learning English, in case you have those days where you say, is it worth learning English at all? What I want to show you is the street. My wife Jamie and I have been staying here for the past week, like I said, and we've been taking the bus everywhere. If you ever want to visit Cancun, it is super easy to get around this city. I was hoping, oh, there will be a bus coming in just a minute. I was hoping that it's down the road a little ways, but the bus will come pick you up at that bus stop over there. Or if you want to go into town, they will pick you up right here. And if you have an American dollar, that's all you need. You can pretty much go anywhere you want in Cancun. It doesn't cost quite an American dollar, but we like to tip the driver a little bit just because we can. So as we enter the condos, there is security here, so you can feel safe. But as Jamie and I have been walking around Cancun, I have never once felt in danger. There's also a little store here. Now, the prices are going to be a little more expensive because it's just convenient. We are staying right up there somewhere. I'll show you that in a minute. Quickly. And I'll tell you why it's going to be quick. But yeah, we've made some friends here. Daniel's become our friend. A woman just went into the store. I don't know her name. I just know her nickname. Her nickname is Pink Panther. Rudy, we've made friends with him. Great people, so kind. Yeah, we'll go up there. I'm gonna stop the camera, and when I start it again, I'll be on the 3rd floor, right up there. Take a look at the view. There are views on both sides of the condo. We'll look at that in just a minute. There is a little turtle right next to the sign that shows the room number, and that has been super helpful. All of the floors kind of look alike, but every time I looked for this turtle, I never got it wrong. I had to hold the microphone because it was so windy out there, and I needed some sunglasses. They are not mine. I am borrowing Jamie's because I lost mine in the sea. But this is where we stayed. I did not rent this from Daniel. I rented this from Airbnb. But if you would like to, if you can afford the condo we will look at next, hey, more power to you, we might say in the United States. It's beautiful. But this one was amazing too. I think we paid, people like to ask in the comments how much I paid per night if I don't say. I think we paid $170, but we rented it through Airbnb, so we did pay some fees. I'm gonna say it later in the video. Daniel is not paying me. I'm not paying Daniel. But if you want to rent a place in Cancun, go through his WhatsApp. I will leave it in the description below because it can save you the Airbnb costs, which we will do next time. I think we're coming here next year with my daughter, but this is the living room / kitchen. Awesome stuff. Americans can definitely not drink the water in Mexico. I think a lot of people, I'm not even sure if Mexicans can drink the water in Mexico, but this saved us a lot of money. There are big jugs I can show you, and that just means, well, I've gone over this before in Paris, but potable, and it seems like in Spanish and in French, it just means drinkable water. So this is drinkable water here. You don't have to worry about being sick. We have not gotten sick our entire time here in Mexico. This is where the big, we might call that a bar stool. This is where let's see if I can open it. This is where the big water jugs are kept. So this one is empty. I changed that one out earlier this week. That one is nearly full. We have a little sink here. Bathroom. Okay, let's talk about water pressure. Now, where I live in the United States, the water pressure is really strong. When I say water pressure, that means how fast or how strong the water comes from the pipes. So I like taking a shower with a lot of water pressure, but here in Cancun, it doesn't seem like there is a lot of water pressure. At least it's not as much as I'm used to, but hey, that's what visiting a new country is all about. There are some places in the United States that don't have great water pressure. I'm gonna turn this on. No, that's not on full blast. That is full blast. That is on all the way. So it's a great shower. Just, I like getting hit with a little bit harder water while I'm taking a shower. Shut that off. Did you know water pressure before? Probably not a term used a lot in English. My shoes might have gotten a little wet, so I am going to wipe them off. Now might be a good time to remind you to hit that like button if you are liking this English lesson, and if this is your first time here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So this is the bedroom. It was a lot cleaner. Our first day here, we have been living here for the last 8 days. I think I have said that 4 or 5 times in this video, but that is a nice king size bed. When we go to the condo next, I'll talk a little bit more about bed sizes because there are a lot of beds in that next condo. Okay, here. This is called the lagoon side of the condo, and it overlooks the lagoon. And down there, not sure if you can see in the camera, that looks like it is the center of Cancun. All right, next time you see me, I will be on my way to interview Daniel and see this amazing ocean view. Not a condo, a house. I'm still at the resort and I love my condo. I loved my time there. I would give it 5 out of 5 stars, but now we are going to see how the high rollers live, what they rent when they come here to Cancun. And I became friends with a guy named Daniel who lives here. And if you want to read in the description how we became friends, a couple different things happened and it's in the description. If you're a channel member, I will make a video about it, but not everybody would care. So I want you to keep watching the English lesson. But if you want more information about how Daniel and I became friends, it's in the description. Channel members, check out the video. I'm here with Daniel. Daniel did not speak English as a baby, but as you hear him talk, you're going to hear his English is great. So I'm going to ask him a couple questions, and I want you to be inspired by how he learned English because you might be struggling with it too. So Daniel, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself? And then I'm going to ask you how you learned English.
most definitely. I'm Daniel. I'm 35. I live in Cancun now. I am an entrepreneur, I would say. At this point, I mean, I've gone through a lot of different phases in Cancun, which English has been the biggest. If you have English in a third world country, especially in the tourism, it will help you immensely. It would definitely reach parts that you couldn't without the English. At first, I would say I would struggle even when you have the English. When I got here, I already knew it as a kid. Growing up in the United States, going to school even then was still tough. You always have those kids that would make fun of you, or someone that would always put you down for whatever your ethnicity, or so it was hard for me growing up and first starting in the U.S. But my main goal daily, honestly, how I learned it, and I was along with my brothers, 5 to 10 words a day, using it in sentences, using it in whatever way we can, but using those 5 words on a daily basis and then just retouching them weekly. It kind of helped us along with school, but also having friends that didn't speak no Spanish. So
that's huge. That's huge. So try to find people that don't speak your own language. Did you watch a lot of TV shows growing up in English?
I did. Especially when I was in the U.S., most of the movies and shows would play in English, So it was kind of the same situation where you had to find a way to, either understand it or help someone understand it. So with those kids that didn't speak any Spanish and I didn't speak any English, we always found a way to sign language, whatever. But along the days, you start speaking some words and this and that, and next thing you know, you're both speaking somewhat of the language, So I think that's what helped me a lot, having friends that didn't speak Spanish or me English. School, of course, and then TV shows and movies and studying little by little, just little things that I would learn on a daily.
So in your daily life now, what percentage of your day is speaking English versus Spanish?
I'd say I'm more of a 65% English speaking.
Oh, really?
Yes. On top of all my friends here speaking English, we do have a high clientele in Cancun that speaks English. Even everybody from the outside, could be, European or Asian, and they don't know Spanish. The easy way is to go with English. So it's huge.
Yeah.
And it benefits everybody. So here, even if they don't speak it fluently, most people would understand the basics to where you can speak to them, what you need or the essentials, hey, bathroom or this stuff,
Universal language. Yeah. Last night I was speaking with a guy from Mexico. I am in Mexico. We were speaking English and he apologized like, oh, I'm sorry, my English is so bad. I'm like, my Spanish, we should be speaking Spanish, so thank you for speaking English to
That's
me.
The perfect example right there. Yeah, and it happens, so I think it's very important, and I tell that to everybody, my employees, people I meet, English is like a career here, because that will take you to a lot of higher places that you can be, so not only that, people love it when you can relate with them, break ice and feel like they're at home in some way. Like some people do speak Spanish and it's great. Like we love that they relate with our culture, but it's also cool for them to feel comfortable and people understand them and people speak English, period. I think it's helped me along with my career and in Mexico, period.
Is English taught in Mexican schools?
It is, especially public schools, because mostly Mexico, there is public services, but they don't teach a lot of the languages or, and when there is, which is mostly paid schools here, they all teach either French, English. They're actually really good schooling here.
Oh, very good.
But there's nothing like actually, like living in the U.S. and having that accent. And here it's different. People do teach it, and some people do learn it exactly, which is good because they also have dialects that they're learning right now, like Mayan dialect and all Yucatan.
Cool. Yep.
It's by law that they have to teach them the dialect. So a lot of people know Mayan, and it's cool, right? Mm-hmm. But it's good when you try and learn like the details, pronounce, stuff like that, how to write it, and every level, it'll help you go further.
Okay, so you just met Daniel. He's not paying me, I'm not paying him. I just want you to be able to see what it looks like to be a high roller, we might say, in Mexico with these condos. He does own this, and he said that, I'll leave his information in the description. And he said that he does rent this out. He has a couple properties here, but I wanted to show you the best of the best. Now, I can't afford to stay here. Maybe you can, but he did give us a chance to look around this place, and I haven't seen it yet, but here is the kitchen that looks like a gas stove, we might say. You have a blender, a coffee maker, a set of knives, some nice vegetation out the window. But hang on, I will show you out the other window. It's amazing. And there are at least 2 floors here because there's a set of stairs right there. I hope you didn't see the view yet. So wow, so if you want to exercise, I think I might have gained a little weight on this vacation. So an exercise bike like this might be good. Or what would we call this? It's not a treadmill, oh, this is an elliptical machine. An elliptical machine. So I promise, I have not seen this place yet. He just stepped outside the door and let me look around. So we have at least 1 bathroom. Something tells me there will be more. Nice shower head here, toilet, sink. And actually 2 ladies were just in here cleaning. I'm not sure if you saw them as I was interviewing Daniel, but a couple beds here, a mirror, some air conditioning, view outside that window. It's okay, but you're probably not staying in the bedroom for too long. Full-sized washer and dryer, washer, dryer, sink, maybe for drying your bathing suit. It looks like it has ridges here. This is probably an old time dryer, but maybe you just got out of, I think there's actually a pool out front, a private pool out front. But you could take your bathing suit, maybe dry it a bit. I could be completely wrong. I'm just an English teacher. I can't afford to stay in a place like this. Have I mentioned that already? What is this? Oh, that may be locked. Okay. We can't get into that fridge. It's locked. Oh, nice little maybe breakfast area here. Maybe a breakfast nook. Maybe this is, okay, maybe this is the fridge. Maybe that's the fridge we can use. Okay, we saw the kitchen. Nice living room here. You might be able to see the view from here, I should say. Don't worry, we'll get out there in just a minute. Let's go upstairs. Dining room table. A lot of places for people to sit. So this must be a big place. Like I said. Okay, so 2 floors. I have not been up here yet. 2 floors. I said that already. Hopefully these are unlocked. Oh, they are. Hopefully nobody's in here. So this is the 2nd bedroom. AC again. So, oh, right up there. Very hot in Cancun, so you do want the air conditioner or the AC. Oh yeah, closet split, closet space, hanger. We would probably call that a single bed, and this looks like a double bed. Or you might hear this called a twin bed. Usually when you hear twin, you think 2, but that is a twin bed, but there's only 1 bed. But if 2 babies were born at the same time from the same mother, we would call them twins. Oh, some nice artwork there. What is this? Unlocked. Oh, woo! We would definitely call this a linen closet. A linen closet. I might have to save up my money and spend maybe one night here. He probably doesn't rent this for one night. Or if he does, the cleaning fees would be crazy. What is this? This must be the master bedroom. You have a king size bed here. I mean, if you have a large family or maybe a couple people get together and share this, I'm sure that's what happens. We have some drawers here. You can leave your clothing in. TV. Look at this bathroom. Okay, you have to know the person really well if you're going to use the bathroom without a door. But look at this place. Safe for your valuables. But hey, my condo where I'm staying, don't tell anybody, but sometimes we didn't lock the door. That's how safe we felt around here. Okay, I need to close the doors. Actually, I'm going to leave them open and then close them at the end so I don't forget which room we've gone into. Okay, another bedroom, I'm assuming. Yep. Double bed. Ooh, back here. Some more places. But you have a better view in this place. Another bedroom, probably one final, nope, bathroom. So if you want a little more privacy, you can come to this bathroom. That's me. So 3 bathrooms here. I'm not sure, is it a, was that a, this is a full bath because it has a shower. Maybe if you want to buy a house in English, a half bath would just have a toilet and possibly a sink. A full bath would have a shower as well. So I think this place has 2.5 baths. I can't remember. If that first bathroom had a shower, it would be 3 full baths. As Daniel was showing me out of the house, I didn't even realize. Okay, there are actually 4 bathrooms here. So let's go outside, right here. Oh, nice cool air. I need my sunglasses on for this. Let's go. How do we get out of here? Hopefully it's not locked, because I probably don't know how to get out of here if it's locked. Oh, all right, I figured the door out. This is gonna be crazy. Might call this the backyard. Oh, look at this, a shower. Hang on, I wanna get the microphone. I want you to be able to hear me. So, but I don't wanna stop the camera. Let's take the microphone. There's a little magnet here. Oh, it fell on the ground. Okay, now you can hear me. Look at this place. Oh my goodness. Shower. So you don't track in sand into that beautiful building. You want to come out here, have some breakfast. This place is huge. How many people could stay here? 10? Relaxing bed right here. Look at that view. Look at that view. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. And I think you have your own private little area to go down to the beach. So you have neighbors over there. Okay, so there isn't a pool here. I thought there might have been a pool. Oh gosh, no. Oh my gosh, that was an iguana. You see it? Can you see him under there? I just scared him. There is an iguana. He was probably out here getting sun, and I scared him. Where is it? Oh my gosh, that guy's huge. Could he hurt me? Like I'm gonna leave him alone. But yeah, down the steps, you have, oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, there's some people sitting. I'll be quiet, I'll move away. Some people sitting right there. I didn't know. Things are surprising me all over the place, but look at that blue water. Amazing. All right. Hey, I want to thank you so much for watching this extra long English lesson. I hope you learned a lot of English. If you are looking for more English, right down there is another English lesson I did here in Cancun, Mexico. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.